Hello and welcome. Right, what did we do on this session? Right, well, to be honest, we were being very busy. We've only got one field left to actually plant, and that was the... Yeah, I've missed a bit in the corner there. We might catch that in the morning if I remember. We've done a massive monstrous feed of potatoes. They did have a rest, though. Yeah, we didn't do taters last year, so they've had a rest. The soil was rested. We have done oats again, which I am a bit annoyed about, but it is our main business and we can only do that, or we miss out for the cereals. So we won't be doing it again, though. If we've got not enough, we're going to have to like plant something like wheat or something, or sorghum later on. I think sorghum's early though, so we're doing ridges on there, and that's about done actually, to be honest. We rolled with a giant brand, we did that, and yeah, it actually rolled the ridges out, which is a bit of a shame. It said it needed rolling. Now I haven't done the weeds on this, and we'll do that next session, but it said it needed rolling. Of course, potatoes, they do ridges, and of course it rolled the ridges out, but I did as I was told. But really now there's no ridges, so we're planting the ridges in advance on the field where the vegetables are going. We have rolled the two oat fields. We also preemptively weeded the one that wasn't actually ploughed, which this was the one that wasn't ploughed. We have now, as you can see, there may be bits that, oh yeah, because it ran into the brand that's sort of on the edge of the field and it kept on saying block, so I had to sort of take over and guess. And it had been on it a while, but there maybe had this on another Let's Play, or maybe this Let's Play. And again, there was a ridge of like weeds or what? No, it was on that potato field. It was last year, the oats. Yeah, there was one patch that the weeder hadn't done, and we had that one line of weeds. So yeah, the same thing. Oh, he is actually. It's nearly finished. So we didn't do anything special. We didn't do any buying and selling, but I say we have been busy. If you look at what we've actually done, you will note that fertilised. It's double fertilised as well. Although, why is that showing us? Yeah, that is true. Why is that showing us like the actual still showing us the oats when it should on that? Yeah, that's weird. It was wrong. I know it was. It's double fertilised. It's doing that fertilised once, even with your seeders. So that's quite a nice place to be. So they're fully fertilised, and we don't need to skirt over either of them. Monster rocks on that. We haven't got a de-stoner, but besides which I've actually rolled, so there's not really much you can do about that. That's had no fertiliser, so we will run over that, as well as weeding next session. We're not going to... Do we... Yeah, no, we'll do that. We'll do it next session. This is the end of the session, but sort of the beginning, if that makes any sense at all. So yeah, that is it really. We were talking about whether the storage is a good idea, because it does that multiplication trick at the minute, which really it is storage. I was going to like put one. There's also another very beautiful, which does both sides of the business. So I'm wondering, do we sort of part X hours and put this beautiful little mod that's yes, brilliant, so that's finished, that sort of does two things for one, and also does it an awful lot better than these two. I mean, I was never trying to compete with the Monster Factory, but I suppose when I look at what that person's done, the cycles on it are monstrous. 55,000. Now that's more like the kind of mod. So we could sort of move these productions, sell them once we've got, you know, the bits out, move all of the bread out that's in there, which is nearly filled anyway. So we're going to need to do that anyway next session. We've stopped the flour from doing it, but being as it's got 36 tons of oats in, we are still going to actually tell it to send it to the new one. So we'll sell this one, get the stuff out, because the flour, use the flour that's in there, and then we'll put the other production up there so it cannot use this storage. And we'll have this as another silo, little one. So it's one of those things, it is. I was going to do that because the storage on this is so tiny, but it's not really going to help us. It was my heart was in the right place, but it was never going to be the way it is. So yeah, we need to fertilise. Obviously, well, we've not even planted, but you can still fertilise. But yeah, let's fold that and take that back to the nearest shed, which is a nice place to be. Yeah, obviously there's some things like that brand that there's just no shed built that can contain those. They just would have to be bit of kit that you've got wherever you can put it, because they are absolutely monstrous. 27 metres, 27.7 actually, it's nearly 28 metres long. Beautiful bit of kit, but a little ungainly on the hilly map. It is really, it's going to go where it wants, and there's not much you can do about it unless you put something in its way to stop it rolling. So yeah, I did have to sort of laugh at the situation. I thought, well, there's not much you can do about it really. Right, so yeah, that is it. I hope you enjoy the rest of the session. Right, making very good progress. Plenty of spuds. Just literally started the engines of everybody, but this is making good progress, really, for saying. It's also 3 meters, so it's going to take a while. Let's have a look at some of our other things and see what we've got to do. It is, after all said and done, it is the month of March. What are we... Yeah, now what are we actually doing? Because obviously we're doing potatoes. We've just decided we're going to do those because we did have a potato planter until someone actually, like, sold it by mistake. Yeah, we've got nothing left in there. We have got this, which is a bit, yeah, I'm a bit disappointed in this, and I know I did say that, but so we're going to get some weeds in the morning. At least it flicks up to begin with. It used to have one serious fault in FS25 when it first came out. If you let go of it, it shot up in the air, and you had got to reset it to get it back. But they fixed it on FS25. It really, I can't remember. I think they did in FS22 toward the end. But it is a beautiful mod. I do love the smoke from JMGaming. I'm looking forward to his release of Garbindle, but again, the mod hub is absolutely chocker. He's just repeated that as well on a comment that he made. So yeah, it's not going to come anytime soon, unfortunately, but it is what it is. Yeah, Giants did a little tiny bit of work since Christmas. I think, oh, you know what, no, I'm not sure. I might be wrong on the observations. I might. I frequently am. Yeah, there's a beautiful bakery stroke. Does 2 jobs in one. Not only does it churn the, it's super, and here's me worried about, like, have I overpowered this? Well, I don't really think we've got anything to worry about when you consider, yeah, I've tweaked this a little bit. This is the proper colours that I picked on mine, so I think it's still picking up from Giants somewhere in the... Yeah, because I have tweaked it. It should be doing my colours, but it's a weird one, this, the way that Giants have... Oh no, that's my colours, because that is my colours. Yeah, so we're obviously trying our best, aren't we, to... yeah, the flowers coming through, we don't want that anymore, do we? We've stopped that happening so that we can sort of, like, do what the true. The only thing is, I'm a little bit not sure if we do that, whether it will do the multiplication thing, but I only intend on using this storage for this, literally for exactly as it is. But then Riverbend Springs, the storage on that still did that weird trick of multiplication, and I don't really want to do that. That's not my design in this. It's just to make this have more storage, because it really has got very little. But I'm just not sure what to do. Yeah, though, it's all nearly out of room in the bread, isn't it? And it's like, that was what I was thinking. That's the only thing I'm thinking. But is there easier ways to achieve the same thing, and we can just have that as a silo without the worry of, like, me putting that down? I'd like to put that other one down, to be honest. That's quite amazing. It really is. It does the job of both of these. It's 55,000, and it's super because it's one building. It's bigger than the two, but I would say it's not much bigger than this, really. A little bit, but not terribly. But then if I put that down, it really would multiply, so we'd have to then move that we've just spent 5 grand nearly on. Right, so then, what do we need to do right now? Oh yeah, we do need to be, like, planting, and I presume that we're carrying on with our business, which means we've missed the boat for, like, doing any late crops, which would have been, so, like, we've missed wheat, and obviously we've missed all of the back end type crops, barley and canola, which means, which I think we knew really, was it's oats or oats if we're going to do. And of course that is what we're trying to do, but were we going to try to observe crop rotation at the minute? Have we got enough oats to tide us through the year? No, it'll show in there, won't it? That's what we've got to look at. Grain mill, 36 tons. I don't think we are. So are we going to like risk it for now? I think we've got to. I think we've got to sort of push on this year and actually crack on and do the Big Blue's there. He's the one that you'd really pick for this job. He's the biggest after all. So let's up there. I've got a feeling that I'd left it there. No, it's not. I remember one of the last things of the Massey that we had on the thing was actually grabbing it from over here. Yes, I'm sad about that, but it is true. I'm not fibbing. It really is. It's no place for a little Massey. It's or a little anything. I mean, it's all right if you're using tractors to be like a fertilizer spreader and things like that, which is what we're obviously using the John Deere for. But obviously, it was not about. I wanted to get rid of the Massey. It was the fact it was worth more, and if we're cashing it in and needing to get another tractor, which we did, we're going to need some more seeds on. Let's grab some. Nope. Let's get this done. We've lined that one. We did everything we needed to do, which is great. There's a bit of fertilizer there. Let's fill that first. Does that all make sense? Wow, even this is struggling up just up there. No. We're right next to that one. That's what we're after for now. And then, of course, we will indeed want to fill with the fertilizer and that's not too bad at all. Yeah, I probably won't be using. I was saying this in a session the other day that I really won't be doing this terribly often. So we want to do oats. So let's set this going straight away. Not using courseplay, not because I don't want to use courseplay, but because it's better for content if I just like press the B button and it goes. That's fantastic. And are we doing anything else? We've only got this business at present, haven't we? Really, but that doesn't mean to say we need to diversify, but we haven't got any cash to do anything more than what we've got in at present. So we couldn't put anything else down even if we wanted. But we were on about we were actually thinking about it. We was on about the potato soup. So that's, again, we've got that one to make a bit more. So if we're going to split this, we've got the biggest field of potatoes, we're going to have that one of oats. I think we'll do one more of oats. What else can we do that we can harvest? Yeah, as in like, let's have a look on that one. Oh, my life, he's doing well. Yeah, going to need another top up at least. So then, and we're also just in this area. That is a really nice place to be. So what else are we going to do? Haven't got any grass equipment, have we? Peas, we need a special harvester. We haven't got anything special for red. We can plant vegetables. We'd need a lot to actually. Oh, but no, yeah, I'm right. Yeah, we have got that beautiful planter. And do you know something? This little John Deere. No, I know I'm tempted. I am, but it's still hilly. Let's grab this one. We'll have the front box. This is sort of powerful enough that it doesn't really matter if we have the narrows on, the nice narrows. It's managing with these quite nicely, so I'm not really worried for once of swapping them over. Ridges, we're gonna sort of need those in, but it's more important. Never really worried unduly. And I also forgot that we also got the red beet stroke that as well, didn't we? So it's like, yeah, it's just, no, it's over here. Never moved it. So the front box. Glad we've got the dragon working with my trailer. That's brilliant. Let's grab these seeds as well. Fertilizer up here. We need to do that. Fantastic. It's just, I know. Yeah, that was likely to happen. Let's get this going. Yeah, I really thought the Schnuffelstuck was, they've got all of the attachers. I really did. I felt sure that they'd done that. I am in designing, I've begun already designing a reverse universal attacher for a lorry that you can attach the 5th wheel to the lorry, so it's got a dolly to dolly, and then it goes to an anything like the Schnuffelstuck, but like especially for a lorry, so a lorry can actually grab a trailer without having a special hitch. I thought, well, it's never been done that I'm aware of. I thought it's a valid use of something that I personally think is a good use, as in like I would use it, so I'm going to design it. Where is the front box? Oh, where is the front box? It's got it, yeah, that's got it, hasn't it? So we're going to need to use another one. I was forgetting about that. He's got, although he isn't using it for some reason. Now I'm sure when I do the potatoes, we could test this, but let's set this going first. Let's lease the front box, and then we'll set this going. Because although these litres will sort of take some, I suppose we can, yeah, let's see how far this does actually last, this literage. Let's set this going. Oh, it's April. It's tomorrow. So that's fine then about the potatoes. Also need to smooth this a little, don't we? I did see this in editing, that it's a bit horrible just on this edge of the field. It's where we did the MA7 Studios before I realised I'd got to work hard at... I'm not afraid of the hard work, it's just I thought it's just a bit unnecessary, and that I agree with that. That you do actually see usually piles of concrete on the ground when they've got a level, things like that. You frequently see that, so quite pleased with that. Yeah, so we do still need to get that. So this is for tomorrow. So is there anything we need to do, like rolling? Because I'd love to have a go at that. I don't think potatoes need rolling, do they? I'm sure they don't. I'm sure if we look on this bit that's done. Ah, so Giants haven't fixed this then. I was saying that vegetables don't need rolling. Well, these do. So let's go grab that then. Let's at least get that done. Let's drop that. Well, we have dropped it already. Let's go grab the big roller now. There's only all 3 of the big tractors can grab this. I think this is the least able of. It's sort of stretching this, but only just. So it should be able to manage the big roller. And I think we've not repaired it yet. So let's get that done. Which may well cost rather a lot because it's 120 grand bit of kit. Well, we got it for less. It's still the dearer the thing, the dearer the whatever vehicle you've got, the more it is to repair. So yeah, I'll steal myself for 5 grand, I'm guessing, something like that, maybe 7. Yes, I'm not looking forward to this. Yeah, still not got. Ooh, actually, that's not too bad. That's not what I'm meant to do. That's what I'm meant to do. Just gonna, while we're here. Oh, it's 13. No, we're good. We are good. Fantastic. To rip the front end out. It's a bit of a unwieldy beast, this. I think we'll go the long way where it's a little bit more not so nasty. I like the way we've smoothed this hill because it was really severe for like taking anything down. That's much better, definitely. I imagine we definitely also need to roll that as well. Now, this is a serial problem, so that really does need rolling. Yeah, so we'll do another field of like oats as well when he's finished, which will not be long. We need some folds. We'll get going on this. I'm going to time lapse because we have got a lot of work to do. So I'm going to see you guys and gals on the other side. I thought with this, yeah, I'm coming at the times a little early. I thought when I saw this, I thought, I'm sure that's the vegetable ridger. And at least it has answered my question that this is supposed to be done before you plant your vegetables. I'm never worried about it because obviously the game, and I suppose the potato, the fact that the potato one is wrong in so much as it tells you it needs rolling, but then when you roll, you're actually rolling the ridges out. It's quite counterproductive. Now I'm going to get a bonus, but in real life my ridges would be removed because I'm rolling. So it's a bit of a quandary in a way. Another one of those things where you're doing what you're told to do because, and I frequently do sort of do that, apart from I do know that a lot of rolling when the mod it's mainly cereal crops that need rolling. So obviously I know potatoes don't need rolling really, but the game says I do, so I'm thinking, well, I've got the roll right, if I'm going to get a bonus, why not? But then it's rolling my ridges out. So yes, at least I do know that you do you can do it afterwards, but what I mean is the proper way would be to plant, and I know this, but again, I've done entire Let's Plays. I think Zilonka. Did we have the... I think we might have had the Ridge Maker actually. I think I did it afterwards, which again, obviously, it does now clearly say you should do this and put your... which, again, it sort of is obvious, really, in a way, that you are going to be planting them into it, but sort of as well, sometimes you're doing it for aesthetics, which I frequently did, but it does look pretty if you do it right. Now, in real life, I would imagine it would help them to grow better, but they can work without it. Yeah, my gran was an expert at celery. Celery is a really difficult crop to actually... now then, what are you going to get stuck? No, you are sort of going around it. No, you are. You're moaning about it, aren't you? Yeah. So, no, you're sort of stuck on this. Let's assist. Yeah, that 10 tons. I know what potatoes are like, so it really is. Yeah, so we've sort of inadvertently rolled our... yeah, I'm not going to be able to get any closer than that, am I really? There's some ridges in there. Yeah, so I'm surprised that although I designed my thing with potatoes in mind, actually it doesn't particularly care that I designed it in mind, because it's not going to work with it, so... No, we don't need to switch it on. It's not an active, it just literally works. Quite amazing. I think this is the last line, so we may as well crack on now. Yeah, interesting session, but it is true. I was thinking, hang on a minute, the game says I need to roll, and now I know you shouldn't roll any kind of like root crops and that at all, but the game says I do, so why would you not get a bonus? No, it's still doing it, even it's not doing the... Of course, we've rolled it already, I think, but it is, I think, if we look closer when we get to that end, it will have actually planted the last... And well, it's going down, but then it probably would anyway, but... Yeah, it's just the last little strip. Big monster field, though, for a 3 metre, but... Again, I've said this about English farmers. I've got to be honest, there's a lot of equipment used in England that's well small. The farmers just crack on, and they don't particularly care that their equipment is... To replace it with dear equipment is sort of out of the question. They've got to use the equipment that they've already got, and they just crack on. Yeah, I've seen it. You know, like... It looks like it's going to take an hour in Farming Simulator, but in real life it'll take days to do some of these jobs, which is of course the time. We know time in Farming Simulator is very much the same, so it is actually right that, you know, what takes us an hour in real time is actually what would take weeks to do, and is actually taking weeks. We've got more to do. I think it's right to the top corner there, I think. Yeah, it is. It's lifted properly. So we just need to do this last little strip all the way to that corner ahead of us. And I think we'll just about do it with the potatoes. Looking at this. We have got a little, I think there's a ton or something left. So we could do it, but talk about close. Of course, I do know this. I know that Tate's eat out of house are known for like seeding, but we did it. That was the main thing. We had enough potatoes to seed our own fields. So not only did we earn a fortune from it, but actually it assisted us in planting the next field, which that is quite amazing. So then, the bad thing is about the Grimmy, it's a good job in a way. You can't throw your taters out. It's another one of those where you take it back and they have half a ton of potatoes, so you can't eject it. I think I'm right in saying that. Yeah, no, it laughs at you when you try to do that. It doesn't care that you're trying to eject it. You are not allowed to. So if I'd have owned it, it would have been a lot better. But it is what it is. At least I'm not weeping that we've got 2.5 tons in or something like that. So yeah, that is a pain. It's, yeah, I didn't know it does that, but we could have put something against it, I suppose, really. Let's take this back. Wow, it's nearly done the ridges already. That's amazing. So a very productive March. All we need to do is protect the vegetables tomorrow. I think we might lease another one and get 3 meters on that, which is what I've been doing on Riverbend Springs as well. That's I'm very pleased with how well we did. It sort of almost feels like it's on normal economy now, you know, because of the progress we've made and how many overlaps. Vegetables, the one thing I did know from Zilong was although Giants had stifled how bad it was, that you were like losing 2/3 of your crop to produce it, that because you did many crops, it sort of overcame that deficiency the Giants did, which is let's turn that, yes, yeah, and you can have the potatoes as well. We are quite happy to be generous like that. Yeah, it's been very productive. It has done quite a lot of work, really. Yeah, we're certainly spending money like water again, but it's such is farming. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, we've had an awful lot of very good fortune, and I do like those wheels. They're a beautiful bit of kit, aren't they? So the ridges are nearly done. I'll just have a quick look, and then I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave it. Yeah, I'm going to let this crack on. I'm going to say my goodbyes, and then I should do the catch-up session that I do. You know, they're like, what did we do this session? Yeah, so we've just got this ready for tomorrow, which we should do, and we should lease another one as well, because it is a big field for just 1 3 meter. Although I know we could do it, but I'm thinking more about how long the session would last. That's the trouble. A lot of things you've got. It's more about the entertainment than it is anything else. But that is where we're going to leave it. Yeah. All that remains to be said is thank you very much for watching. Truly, do hope you're going to stick with me on this journey. As always, I always love to hear from yourselves. It's always nice to get feedback, positive or negative. Yeah, really, because you don't, unless someone feeds back to you, you've no idea whether you're hitting the mark or not. It's nice to, even if someone says your music's too loud, it's still a positive thing for me to take something from that, which I have done. Yeah, and it did give me a kick up the backside to think, man, actually I've got a point. I used to think myself when I was doing the editing, when I didn't quieten them down, it's a bit loud, this music is, but obviously it was given by YouTube, so I thought, YouTube know what they're doing, it's the volume's going to be right, but then when you get feedback from you think, well, actually I was right then, because I thought it was a bit loud myself, but I didn't like to say anything because it was given by YouTube. And then obviously a second opinion like that was enough to push me that I then knocked the gain down, so it was much more reasonable. Now I've even gone one step further. I've put the gain minus the gain so that they're all about ready to just drop in the video without me doing anything. So all of that, yeah, it came sort of a few weeks ago. I thought, wouldn't you be better to like go on Audacity and just like rip the volume and normalize it, like knock it down a few, and then you can just drag them in always into your video. I'm still, because it's been so much of a habit for years now, I almost like go into minus gain it, and I think, you don't need to do that now, you're all right. And it's then puts a smile on my face to think, well, there wasn't that worth it. So yeah, don't ever think that negative feedback, negative comments necessarily are a bad thing. Yeah, they can be good. Right, so, and on that note, I'm going to say goodbye for now.